phone talk again, setting up your electronics, Chris. Okay, so notice you have nothing here. You got your RPMs, you got your temp, you got your speed, volts, odometer, and fuel flow. So then anyway, remember what I said, this screen, if I shut this off and turn it back on, it's going to come to this screen. But now just go home and then go to charts, and now we're going to start. I went through the system setup. Now take a look how this screen looks. Okay. So now what we're going to do is go to the three dots, hit that, go to layer, go to chart, tides and currents. We'll rip that in there. Land POS, we'll run that. Photo points. You're not going to have these because you don't have that Navionic Plus card. Navade, flashing lights will turn on. Light sectors, we'll go ahead and hit auto. Then go back. Depth, you don't need that on this screen. Restricted areas, you really don't need that. So then you go back in here. Chart settings, map, heads up, that's where you want it. This orientation, or I can go GPS course up right here at the heading. I can do that, or I can just do auto. But I use the GPS course over ground. And detailed, I'm going to go to most. World map full. And map orientation, look at this. Okay, go back. Go to menu again. Edit layout data. I'm going to go to sidebar. Back. Top bar. What you got is tides. So I'm going to go ahead. Compass tape. Let's go to compass tape. Bottom bar. Let's go to tides. And then back. Back. And now notice how now you got data bars over here. And you got your tides right here. You can go to nearby stations. And you can go Empire Cruise Bay. And there we're at Slag Tide right now. So you see, you didn't have this, you didn't have this, and you didn't have this. Now, if I want to enlarge the tides, I can just go like this and bring it up. And if I want to change searching, we already know that, change date, I can change it a month from now or 6 months from now and see what the tides are doing. Celestial, I can tell you it's a sliver going right now. It'll tell you where it's coming up, going down, tell you the moon phase. Right there, it's loading, sky view, there it is. Okay. So then you go back. Now, say these, we got GPS speed, let's go depth. So I'm going to hold that, and then I'm going to go down to here, and I'm going to go to water, then I'm going to go depth. Now I got my depth reading there. So now water temp, we can leave it there, but now we got two depth, we got time, we got latitude and longitude. So what we want to do there is satellite positioning, and we want GPS course over ground. And let me see, 25 degrees would be right about there. Right there, 25 degrees. So that's the one we're going to use. Now we're going to go, let's see, to this one here, I'm going to hit it. We can go to, trip vessel. We can go into here. We don't need to know that. You don't need to know that. So we know that's for autopilots and stuff. So we go back here, go to engines. We go to voltage. We can do RPM. Why don't we put the RPM? See how you're turning 1900 RPM? So we got our latitude, longitude, we got a course over ground. You can match it with your compass tape up here. Your RPMs is a good thing to know. Water temp, say you didn't want it, this is your navigation, you can hit that. I could go fuel reading if I wanted to, I imagine. Navigation, time to destination, you can go through that. So you can just pick what you want to go, temperatures, vessel. What is vessel? Nav? That ain't gonna do us no good. Let's go to system. You can put your date and time up there, unit voltage. Say we don't want that. Then we can go to power, that would be voltage. Navigation, again, that's heading, odometer, turn, waypoints. Now you probably don't want that, but you down the road you would, probably time to destination and so on. Okay, let's go to engine. Let's go see what we want. on here. Voltage, maybe you want that. Let's just put your voltage up there. So that you got everything there because you got a fuel gauge down here. And then plus your engine readings. So see how that whole screen changed from when you get out of the box? And this is something we do, nobody else will do. And then we take you out a lot of times because we want to show you how to work this. So then you go home again and then you go to net fishing charts. See, that's how it looks, remember? And then you have to zoom in. Like that and wait. Zoom in again. And then say, let it catch up to itself. Now you got your fishing, your currents going in here. And your buoys and cams. So right in between here is your suggestion. So we're out of the, and it has spot depths. So now we want to go to the 3 dots again, go to layers. We go to chart, tides and currents we want. Land POS we want. Photo points we want, but I don't think you're going to get those. Nav aid, no on, flashing auto. And once you set your main charts, it should throw it over to all your charts, so you don't have to do it individually on every one. Okay, we'll go to depth shading, fishing contours. See how the colors, see what I did there? So the colors, like if you do this, this is under your fishing charts. Fishing contours, we want that on. Here, it's hard to see this. There we go. So you want those on, that shows you your current. But say sometimes people that have a hard time can't read where the channel is, just turn that off. See how it goes into here? So now if you get into green, you're okay. If you get into that yellow, like we're getting almost to the green, and there's the stick. So yellow, wait, you better turn around and get out of there because it's going to get shallow. But you're going to lose your spot depths and stuff there. So you just turn that back on and wait for a second. See how that filled in? You got your spot depths again. So then you want to go back and service point, line POS, nav aids. I think we turn all, yeah, we turn all that on. Depth, we did that. These blocks, you don't need to know all that. So we go back into here again. Now we go to chart settings, heads up, vessel up. We want to go to most. We want to go to full. Go back, get menu again. So we want to chart edit overlays, we want data, we want sidebar, back, top bar, we want compass take. Oh, you know what, you could do that too actually. Instead of having a compass, you can go top bar, you can go currents, bottom bar, you can go ahead and put tides. So now you can see what your currents are doing. Nearby station is searching, bay entrance, there you go, and right there you can tell your currents, pop that up, there you go. Change the date, the view, celestial, so on. It tells you how fast they are, and then you can move this right here. You can see when slack is, it's 150, look, right there. So at 127 is slack, and you can tell your minus and how fast it's going. Go back, and then bring you back to that screen. Now we got GPS. Now see how all these numbers here, of course we got to go through here and set those. Like again, you just hit that satellite and we go course over ground. Then up here we wanted the depth, so we go like this, go down here to the water and get depth, and then we let me see, we don't need this, so we go into here and we can go to engine, we can go to hours, oil pressure, RPM, kind of nice to know, so we'll put that up there. Now water temp, you may want that, so we can just leave that. So now again, you're here, you want to go home. This one you're not gonna, this one you'll get, but if you get the vision card, you may get another option there. This one you're probably not going to use a lot, so I'm not going to do all the setup on that one. Then just go home, and then let's go into sonar. So then we're going to go to traditional. You got a lot of bait up here, it's probably smelt. So now what you want to do, this is a magnifier, see you don't have a depth line there, so you hit the menu button, high chirp. Now high chirp, what that does is all these readings here, 180, 200, so on, that reads all of them. 83, 90, 100, 115, 160, 100, it'll read all the frequencies. Now if you're just in, like, say 0 to 300 feet, I'd put it maybe on 200 kilohertz. But the deeper water you go 180, high chirp will take care of everything. So we'll just go back, zoom, we got that in, and we put the magnifier on. So in our setup, scroll speed, that's how fast it goes. Noise rejection, let's go into here, low, that's this interference here. Let's go to medium. So TBG is medium, we want to leave that alone. Transvertical gain, go back here. Okay, now let's go into appearance. We went to the maroon color, remember, A scope is this right here, aptitude scope. Depth line, see how I put this line here at 25 feet, so right there I pinpoint, it's at 6.7. Now, any of these things that are these orange colors up here, and like this, right there, that's living. And this is what they call an A scope. So if this color here, down here, it shows up here at 30 here, and it goes over to here, that means whatever's there is living. Now you go by the arches, how big the arch is, how bright it is. If it's pure red or orange and red, that means it's probably a good sized fish. Fish symbols I don't want on, I want to go to the arches.